The barge is here. It was nerve-wracking for a whole week, wanting to figure out if this was actually going to fit under the bridge and through the bridge, and success at last. Well, the barge, as I said in previous webisodes, it was probably the most important part and complex part of the project. And it was on the drawing boards years ago, and it's been a prolonged process to get us to this point. And they actually built the first floor structure in Quincy to bring the barge on site today. The barge broke ground actually building it in March, and we launched it 3 weeks ago, and that was a huge success as well. The first bridge that the barge had to get through was the most treacherous, if you will, or dangerous, because we only had about less than a foot of clearance to get the barge through the old Northern Avenue Bridge. And it's an antique bridge, an historic bridge, and it swings open. So the bridge had to swing open to get our barge to come in, but we only had, at the end of the day, 6 inches on either side to squeeze this barge through, and we did it. Well, I knew what to expect. We had the plans on paper. We've talked about it at length, making sure that this would fit through. But it was really great to see, people walking by that had no idea what was happening, actually stopping and saying, "What is this? What is this?" And they were fascinated with it. It was really fun. The second bridge we had to get through is the Evelyn Moakley Bridge. This is a fixed span structure bridge. Didn't have to swing open, didn't have to lift. It had enough clearance. We went through that one without a problem at all. When you look back on the barge, there are two boats on either end, and the communication was all around the barge. It must have been a crew of 15 guys, all in radio communication, telling them to hold up, pull back, push, pull back, to make sure if it started to get close to the bridge on either side, they would go into gear, communicate with one another to keep that process moving forward. They really did a great job. The milestone we just reached today, I would say we're about 70% complete with the project now that this barge is put into place. And now the construction crew gets to work first thing on Monday, and they start building the second structure on this building. And hopefully by the end of January, that building will be complete on this barge. When the barge came around that Moakley courthouse, and I'm standing there and looking at that barge past the Rose Wharf Hotel, the New England Aquarium, and knowing that this is going to be the most popular attraction in Boston, it just gave me time to pause and say, wow, it's happening.